Good morning, guys. It's about 10 o'clock now. We haven't had any customers as of yet. It's been kind of slow. It is Saturday morning, and it looks like it's going to be another hot one today in Florida at the Big Top. We did make a small change. We did come in a little early. We wanted to put a couple new shelves up because there was like a little hole in the wall, the chain link fence. We wanted something up there. And we had a couple of slat wall pieces that we were trying to sell, but we decided to go ahead and drill holes and put them up on the wall. So let me show you what they look like. And here they are. I think they actually look pretty good. We bought some longer shelving to put, and the ones that were over here were little small pieces, and we moved them over here onto the slat wall. Mostly going to put some cases. I may bring some more expensive comics up and put them up top there. You know, some of the more, $40, $50, $80, $100 comics. That way they're not out, and I can bring them home with me every weekend and not actually leave them out here since they are kind of pricey. Guys, once things start picking up, I will let you know. Well, it's like 1:30 now. We're sitting at 125, which isn't too bad. It hasn't been, as good as it has the last few weeks. This is more average for us on a Saturday. I have been doing a lot of repairs on N64 controllers. I've done my first two. They both work perfect. So I feel pretty confident that I now can replace those. I bought about 10 thumbstick replacements. We had some really loose thumbsticks on some of those, and we're replacing them. So I can join them with some systems and sell them individually as well. Some of the other things I got from Hyperkin, I had to send a Retron 5 back for repairs. They sent me a brand new one to replace that one, which was really nice. Then I got a whole bunch of audio video cables as well. Guys, when it picks up, I will let you know. Alright, it's coming up on 3:30, and we are sitting exactly at 2:30 right now, which isn't too bad. We had a couple nice sales at the end, a 360 controller and a copy of Crash Bandicoot for the PS1. Again, it's not been too bad. It has been super hot, as you can tell with my crazy hair. It is all over the place. A couple things, interesting things that's happening today. We had a couple trades, a couple trade-ins for some 360 games. I had a gentleman bring in 3 games. I think it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the new one, a copy of Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare, and I think the other one was Assassin's Creed 3. I took those in and gave them cash. They bought a couple things, and then not 30 minutes later, a guy came in and wanted the Plants vs. Zombies game. He gave me Dishonored Game of the Year edition and Last Remnant in a trade for those. So I thought it wasn't too bad. I really wanted to bring the Plants vs. Zombies game home and play it. Unfortunately, it went out the door. So guys, if anything else happens, I seriously doubt it. We're about to close up here in the next few minutes because it is about to start pouring down rain. So we're going to try to get out of here. Otherwise, I'll come back. Morning, guys. It is Sunday. It's about 11 o'clock. The reason we haven't filmed before now, I'm picking another massive amount of stuff from the guy I bought a lot of stuff from. Let me show you the stuff I got. First up, we got some PS2 games. I didn't give a lot for these because some of them were water damaged. I think they got wet. But there's a couple Battlefield or Battlefront games in there, so those are actually pretty good. This is probably some of the best stuff I got. Some N64 games, Star Fox 64, another copy of Mario Kart 64, Super Smash Bros. 64, Pokemon Stadium. That's some of the better stuff for the N64 stuff I've had in a while. In here we've got a smoked N64 with the expansion pack, some cables. We've got a gold N64. Down here, N64, some PlayStation 1 games, just some mishmash of stuff. We also got some PS1 games, PS1 systems in as well. And then one of the other resellers that comes in and buys stuff from me from time to time, he brought me a couple Atari 2600s. What we did is we did full retail trade. I traded him for these 2 Atari 2600 systems complete, and basically I gave him some N64 games in. Alright guys, it is coming up on 2 o'clock. Sorry for the lack of updates. We've just been working on that big pile of stuff, trying to get it in the system and out on the shelf, so we've still got tons to do. Right now we're sitting at 266, which is pretty darn good. Probably in the last hour, we've sold 4 or 5 systems, from PS2s to Wii's to Game Boy Colors. So yeah, it's been really good. Also, a little kid brought in some games, some really good Super Mario games. I traded him basically a Super Nintendo controller and a game, and he got basically like $2.21 back. So let me show you the games. Alright, first we got New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS. It was complete. We've got a loose copy of Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Got an Atari Anniversary Advance for the Game Boy Advance. We've got Namco Museum DS and Super Mario 64 for the DS. We also got a Super Mario Brothers Deluxe for the Game Boy Color, Super Mario Land for the Game Boy, and in here we got a blue Game Boy Advance 01. It's actually in really good shape and does work. Guys, when things start picking up, I'll let you know. Alright guys, it is 3:45, we're about to get out of here. Today we did 310, which isn't too bad. I tell you, today I think was hotter than yesterday. It is just super humid in this place. We didn't get as many people as I was hoping for. I think the heat kind of drove people away just because of how hot it is. Again, sorry for the lack of updates. We have just been trying to bust our butt working on all this stuff, and we've still got more to do. So when we come back next week, we're going to be working on this stuff as well. So guys, stay tuned for my wrap-up. Alright guys, on Saturday we did $230, on Sunday we did $310 for a grand total of $540 for the weekend, which isn't too bad considering how hot it was. Probably one of the hotter weekends we've had so far. I know normally when it's this hot we don't do nearly this well, so I would call it a really good weekend. Something I did forget to mention is I did pick up some games earlier this morning. We stopped out at the Browse where we used to set up at the Big Top. And there was a gentleman selling some video games. I bought a couple things from him last weekend, nothing spectacular, but today he had some really good stuff. I picked up a copy of Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo for $4.50. I also picked up a copy of Star Fox for $4.50. I can tell you, I have been looking for a copy of Shadowrun, so what's going to happen, I'm going to give it a couple weeks. If this doesn't sell, I'm probably going to add that one to my collection. I did pick up a game, though, for my collection. I haven't really done any pickup videos because I really haven't picked anything up in the last maybe 3 weeks. But I do have a couple things to show you. One of the games I picked up, it's not really worth a lot. It's worth about what I paid for it. I hadn't heard of it, though, so I wanted to definitely pick it up. That is Hyperzone for the Super Nintendo, loose, made by HAL. It looks like it's kind of a maybe a racing shooter kind of game. I looked up a few videos on it. It's kind of obscure. You don't really hear a lot about it. Kind of surprises me. Then about 3 weeks ago, I decided to add, when I got that big lot of Nintendo games in, there's a game I can't believe I didn't have in my collection, and I decided to go ahead and add that to my collection as well. That is Bubble Bobble. Really awesome game. If you don't know what this is, I can't imagine any collector would not know what this game is. It's a really, really cool platformer. Definitely, guys, if you haven't played this game before and don't know what it is, definitely look it up because it's a lot of fun. Well, guys, thanks again for watching.